Hand clap to the master, guys. We are finally back again for another reaction on the one and only Mystelics reaction, guys. Big up all the Mystelics YouTube family out and large, all over the entire universe right there, guys. And of course, the newcomers out there, big up yourself as well for definitely tuning into this here reaction video right there. And then, guys, we're gonna be talking about a number of things, which is pretty interesting stuff, guys. First of all, dealing with that very thing that you've seen right there. But before we get into the, guys, don't forget to download the Mystelics Tube app in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. That link will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. That will be the pin, the first comment, guys. Definitely click that link and it will bring you to the Google Play Store, and you can definitely do that. Download the app on your TV, on your Android phones, on different things, man. After all, come on, people, download them vibes. And of course, guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that right there. Subscribe, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell. And then click all when you pretty much subscribe, and then of course you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there. And then of course, guys, what you seen right there is something I actually showed before. And of course, this is Suki on the $100 bill. Some will say it's Photoshop, man. Some will say it's Photoshop, brothers and sisters, but it actually isn't that Photoshop, guys. This is real right there. This is very real. Well, it depends on who you consider real to, but of course this. Let me put up the volume on this thing right there, and of course take a listen to this, guys.
Official now, yeah. Suki is the man on the thing. You don't know. Suki is the man on the $100 bill.
Suki.
Big up to Suki Brin one time.
Suki is the man on the bill, man. Suki is the man on the bill, guys. Of course, this is real. This is not fake, but of course, this is a real fake $100 bill right there. I think they pretty much just, you know, cut his face out and then stick it on the bill, and then they put it in gray and everything like that. You know how they does it sometimes, man. Or you could just take this thing and just print it out on a paper back and forth, and you have the bill, man. So it's a real thing, guys, but it's real fake, if you get my drift right there. This is Suki's representing Dominica. This is the Eastern Caribbean. Of course, they would not want to just put Suki because he's talking about clapping and gripping and clamping. I mean, you would. That is the reason to put. That is the reason to put somebody in the $100 bill, because they talk about clapping, gripping, clamping. Is in the mechanic shop we been about here. But of course, big up Suki. I think Suki is still inside. Is still inside after the whole incident took place between. Well, it's alleged to have taken place right there. So guys, pray for Suki, man. Pray for Suki. At least, you know, some of all you face never reach $100 bill, eh? Even if it's fake, all you face never reach. But anyways, guys, continue that vibrations right there. Oh, by the way, I must tell you guys, don't forget to check out the latest videos I have in the first comment in the comment box below as well. I have the latest vlog out. You guys can definitely check that out. Latest vlog, you guys will see the vibrations, man. You'll get a little insight, man. A little insight, you see me? And of course, the aerial shot as well, you guys can definitely check that out. That'll be in the first comment in the comment box below, as long with the app, with the link for the app right there. Anyways, guys, moving along right there, guys. Apparently there was some earthquake that took place in the Caribbean region between Guadeloupe and Dominica, Zelle, brothers and sisters. And of course, it was a 4.9. This was actually on September 10th. That was 2 days ago. A 4.9 earthquake. Did you guys feel it? Those of you guys in Dominica. It's interesting that people are complaining about the heat, man. The heat, blessed. I've seen all kinds of memes saying that Dominica is very, very hot. And of course, I don't know, it seems to be an issue. You know, summertime, man. Summertime is coming. Where's your... Well, I don't know if that's applicable. But anyways, guys, moving along right there. It's hot, and of course, earthquakes are happening. Things seems to be happening to Dominica. Today, there was another one, guys. There was another one today. An earthquake that took place, 3.4 magnitude earthquake, just off the coast of Dominica right there. And of course, it was 75 miles below. So this was pretty deep. This one was deeper and weaker. But you know, it was this one was 27 miles deep in depth. And of course, you know, yeah, earthquakes are happening, brothers and sisters. Be careful. A little rumble in the jungle and heat. What else do you want, brothers? What else do you want? Well, there's something else coming. There is a system outside there, brothers and sisters, that is coming. It is coming, Father. It's coming. Of course, it has developed to 20%. It's just off the coast. And of course, it seems like they have the region of Dominica, Martinique, Guadeloupe, these places there. It could have go up, who knows? But it seems like this thing is heading up in this direction right there. So they have these places on warnings, it seems. And of course, if you think that is just the case, nobody is not the case at all. There's more. There is more in the building. There's another one coming just off the coast. This one might swing up though, because you notice some of the storm conditions are swinging up. But of course, this one is the latest vibrations right there. It has gone up to 40%, brethren. 40%. And of course, we'll just have to see how that goes. Brethren and sisters, be careful out there. What is it on this one? This is today. This was earlier today, guys. So be mindful. Be mindful. I don't know why I start singing, but of course you guys can see that is the time that they record this one. What time was this one? I'm trying to get the timing. Of course, this 8 hours ago. So I think this one was earlier. And then it's developing. It seems to be developing much faster. But guys, if you guys remember Hurricane Maria, it was around that time. It was around that time. I think September 17th or September 19th. One of them guys. And of course, it was very hot. People were complaining about the heat. The heat. And I told one of my people there, I told them, look, this is like the same conditions that is happening. It was a tropical storm. Let's hope nothing happened, because I know some man want to see Burner Boy. Man want to see Burner Boys. You see, I don't know Burner Boys, but Burner Boys and a number of other folks I know. People have been calling in Vicky back to front, trying to book rooms and this kind of things there, because Burner Boy is coming. Where is your... I don't know. Why am I... Anyways, guys. So hopefully nothing escalates as a result of this. But if you remember, just before Hurricane Maria hit the nature island, the Caribbean, it was very hot, and people complained about the heat, and people talking about, oh my goodness, they never felt this kind of heat. A few days ago, I think Dominica recorded its highest temperature. Its highest temperature since, I guess, it started taking temperatures. So, and they record that around Marigot. Marigot is normally a cool place. If Marigot is that, much less for Roseau, Roseau is concrete, jungle-ish kind of vibe right there. But of course, guys, we have to be mindful of these kind of conditions that are seemingly happening, about to happen to the Caribbean right there. Hopefully this one swings up. Hopefully this one doesn't escalate. So, you know, people want to, but yeah, I book all my money, I book all my thing for thing. But yeah, you still have enough time, guys. Those of you don't book yet, it have enough time still. Anyways, guys, continue along the vibrations. Apparently, there was something that took place in the Senjo region, guys. And of course, this is a building that is painted black. And of course, no, it's not painted black, guys. Apparently, somebody tried to set the police station in St. Joseph on fire. Maybe a group of people, who knows? They have yellow cones there. I guess this is evidence. I don't know about not just the building, but the truck as well. But the truck got some serious thing. The big question that people were asking is, are there cameras in this area to then pinpoint this? But hold on, let me zoom in. There's something. Did it go in though? The fire, if the fire went inside this thing, this is done for, because this is where the gas is. But it seems like it only melted the plate outside, but it didn't get in. Yes, the Lord is watching, man. This could have been not very good at all. This could not end up, if the thing end up inside there, just no kaboom would have happened, brothers and sisters. So I'm not sure who did this. I haven't heard any result as anybody is in custody or nothing like that. But I've been stating this kind of sentiment right there. It seems like people are getting fed up, and maybe somebody's malicious and decided to do this, or somebody did this out of retaliation. And I saw a post right there that pretty much echoed the sentiment that I was saying some time back. This is right there, guys. No one should be surprised at this type of development. They shouldn't. Because when police like to do what they want and trying to rough up people, one day or the other, it is a huge possibility that someone will then retaliate. If you this is why I'm when I mention to people, I say make sure you are in your right. I'm not just talking to the normal citizens, you know, I'm talking to the police as well. Make sure you are right in what you are doing as a result, and you know that the law and the Constitution stands by you. Because when people get fed up of this kind of ill treatment and just doing whatever you want with people and this kind of things there, one day or the other, people will start to retaliate. And one day or the other, look what almost took place. Or you think this is not just a simple thing, you know. If the fire went inside this thing, that is problem, right? That whole thing would go down. That whole thing would go down because you can't say you can bring water again. Water will ignite the thing even further because it's gasoline that there. This is why I always tell people, if you see gasoline right there, it depends on how small or big it is. But if you see a big blaze, do not use water and try to out it. That is more problem for you. It's going to ignite even further. Okay, guys? So keep that in mind as well. But like I said before, sometimes when people are fed up, things can happen. I've never heard this kind of situation happening before. But it seems like maybe they're targeting somebody and they targeted the police station. What about the police officers where individuals will literally target you for what you did to their family? They're just waiting for that opportunity. This is why I always tell people to be in their right. Do not do anything that would cause somebody to come for you because you're wrong and the system defending you. Be in your right at all times, please. I do not want to see none of this craziness happening. You are there to protect the people. If you're not protecting the people, these kind of situations will happen. You think if you were protecting the people and the people felt like you were protecting them, this would happen? Of course not. That would never happen. There are two cases I can draw. Maybe somebody is malicious or they decide to come behind somebody to do somebody something. Out of spite because of whatever all you do them. Who knows? That's why I tell people to be in their right at all times. Police, all you too, be in your right. Don't be in wrong and then want to come and when people decide they come in behind you and think. I like to, boy, hey. Anyways, let me continue reading what the person say. While I do not condone the violence, I agree. It was inevitable that something of this sort would happen. It is said that a people will only take so much and it seems that the time has arrived. It hasn't arrived yet. I guess this was like a warning or something. This seems to be a warning. But purpose, behave all this, all you have all your family and all your children. Make sure all you right. Boy, alright. Boy, I tell you, boy. It is said that the people will only take so much and it seems that the time has arrived. At least for someone or some people who has decided that they are not willing to be continuously abused by the police department in Dominica, who continues to overstep their boundaries for and on behalf of politicians. Brethren, I am telling all you, the law guides everybody. The Constitution guides everybody. Make sure that you are in your right. When people feel like you have wronged them, they will have an animosity on you. And when they get the opportunity to come behind you, they will come behind you. I see some kind of things the other day, and I say, boy, all he doesn't hear. But the great book says, who doesn't hear would feel. The great book that says that, no, or something I learned from my father. Who doesn't hear would feel. But only get the point right there, guys. Make sure you are always in your right. Don't do things for politicians and this kind of things there. I was watching some Africans in courts. Malema, I was watching his, and how he's interacting with the people. And he's telling them the law. Because the people at the top and the people, the speaker, whoever want to feel like they know better. And they have to correct the speaker. They have to correct those people. And bring it down. That's why it's important for you to know the law for yourselves, brothers and sisters. Know the law for yourself. Because if you know the law, ignorance of the law is no excuse indeed. But if you know the law for yourself, nobody can come and tell you, Mashi. One of the things with me, guys, I learned the US law interactions very well because you have to deal with certain things. You know how to. But it's important to know your laws, brethren. It's important to know your laws, because if you don't know your laws and people just decide to do you whatever they want, they tell you go there and do this, do that, and you have a right not to do it. But because they tell you to do that, you feel like they have authority over you, just do it. Know your laws, brethren. And police know all your right, so that all you do end up in problem with people. I also saw another thing, guys. Apparently, we are flying individuals to St. Lucia for medical reasons. I just saw the other day that they were celebrating opening, I guess, all the buildings of the hospital were done. I'm not sure, you guys can correct me on this if I'm wrong. But I think they had some sort of celebration about the buildings being finished. But the buildings are finished, and is the service different? Are we getting better equipments to deal with the people, or are we still flying people out? We owe Martinique and Guadeloupe, or we either owe Martinique and or Guadeloupe a set of money for medical reasons, even though We're talking about Boston. We have nice hospital, nice looking buildings. We have nice looking buildings. But there's a huge difference between having a nice looking building and having the efforts made by what the hospital, the system, what the hospital, the healthcare, the medical healthcare can produce for the people. That is important. The healthcare, not the building. We could have vagabond building. Doesn't matter if the healthcare is good and the people are then being able to get the proper healthcare that they need. What sense is building nice building to do what? I remember back in the day in Portsmouth, people used to do all kind of things. To give birth. You see what the fire station in Portsmouth is, guys? That used to be a health clinic. And I think, if I remember correctly, as a little boy, I remember people used to go inside, they're pregnant, they used to deliver birth there. They used to do some sort of surgery there too. And when you look back at how it is now versus how it is back then, you wonder what on earth has happened. But now we're flying people out to St. Lucia now. What happened? Matnick say we owe them too much money, so we can't think. So they send people to St. Lucia now. Is that the case now? Well, we can only say what we're seeing, guys. Of course, this is a reaction. Let me know your thoughts on this as well. Of course, this is another situation that seems to have been happening. It's alleged that this individual right there is apparently picked up. For whatever reason, I don't know. But this is what is being stated right here. Members of West Indies cricket entourage allegedly detained and interrogated about Emmanuel Nanthan activities. So it seems like members of West Indies cricket entourage were allegedly detained and interrogated about Emmanuel Nanthan's activities. Interesting. According to MIT, let's go to it right there, guys. Let's go to it like right there. This is MIT. Members of West Indies cricketing entourage allegedly detained. If that is the case, remember it's alleged. We don't know if that is the case right there, but it's alleged. And of course, they're saying right there, there's nothing more than the Dominica DLP crime syndicate would like, but for every Dominican to remain silent while they run a mafia operate. There's something happening, guys. There's definitely something happening. And you cannot tell me there's nothing happening, especially when there's so much things happening. How much money is missing, and who vexed with who, and operations have to change to build something else. And you wonder if there's gonna be an operation that's gonna be happening for the international airport. Who knows? Who knows, brothers and sisters? Who knows if there's some sort of mafia operation running with the CBI program? With their guilt trip maneuvers, they accuse the enlightened citizens of trying to blow up their gravy train. But it is their very actions or inactions that are causing much damage to the already tarnished CBI reputation. Of course they tarnish it. Of course they tarnish it. Who else could have tarnished it? Giving people all kind of... And the evidence is here. The evidence is very present. A number of persons in Dominica who received ambassadorial passports, aka diplomatic passports, that were involved in illegal activities, money laundering, all them kind of things there. They say birds of a feather flock together. Show me who your friends are, I'll show you who you are. Anyways, we received information that upon arrival into the US, Mr. Nanthan's friend was detained by the feds and questioned about Nanthan's activities. So that means the US is definitely looking at what is going on, especially with the monies. You don't just take US dollars. No, what? You was tracking their money coming. Further details indicate that the gentleman's phone was also temporarily confiscated and searched by the feds. The gentleman was eventually released and did what anybody else would do. He contacted his friend Emmanuel and pretty much informed him of his encounter with the feds. It is alleged that Nanthan was extremely shaken but insisted that he did nothing wrong. Well, hopefully he did nothing wrong in this regard right there. They didn't find nothing. Hopefully that is the case right there. But show me who your friends. Show me your friends. I'll show you who you are. That is very... Not necessarily show me your friends. Show me who you really listen to, because sometimes we have friends that we don't listen to at all. I have friends, they say their thing, I was like, okay, cool, that's nice, that's great. I don't listen to nothing they say. So I really call them friends, more like acquaintances. But you get the point right there. A few years, a wire transfer of over $1 million was made at a foreign bank in Dominica on behalf of the same individual right there. The transaction was flagged as a suspicious activity. 1 million, yeah. I remember when the offshore banks came to Grenada and they noticed all kinds of money. $20 million was being wired, and All kinds of things were happening. This is one of the reasons why they shut down the offshore banking system, because there was a lot of interesting things going on. But anyways, guys, if that is the case right there, $1 million was apparently wire transferred. The transaction was flagged as suspicious activity. When questioned about the transaction, it's alleged that Nantan admitted that the cash was derived from a passport transaction. We understand with Alec, allegedly intervened on Nantan's behalf, and financial FID went back to playing dominoes and drinking. So they forgot about the whole thing. We have also seen receipts of money laundering transactions between the disgraced and imprisoned Dominican diplomat. Well, of course, we know that one. That's exactly what I was talking about a while ago. The people who received, he was a diplomat of Dominica. And of course, he's in jail now. Diplomat Alireza Monferred, and a business owned by, Nantan as well. The receipts that we have seen indicated that Alireza Monferred had been a human ATM for the Dominica DLP party, funneling millions of dollars for 2014. I mean, Scary did say he had friends, He had friends. So they were falling in millions of dollars. If I remember correctly, what is 32? Was it 32? No, I think 2014 was about 60 something million dollars that went into the election. Monies that can actually be used to help Dominica develop itself. Maguesa is going into election. People don't see the priorities, not them. Millions of dollars going in election, guys. And when it comes to help the people now, they're saying, oh, he don't have money. He don't have money, boy. Help us, Father, help us. Sometime in 2020, Nantan apparently refuted suggestions of financial impropriety involving US. This amount that was transferred to Cricket West Indies for a sponsor. According to Nantan, the money transferred through Cricket West Indies was meant for Dominica Cricket Association. Tickle me Elmo. Well, Mr. Nantan, if you did nothing wrong, contact the feds and turn yourself in for an interview. But I don't think that would be, if you really, think, I think if they're looking for you and they're trying to figure out, you go and have a conversation with them. But if I was that person, would I go because somebody searched my friend and think, well, maybe, just thinking about it, maybe I would. I mean, if I'm innocent and they're trying to find information on me, I need to go and talk to them and let them know what's going on if nothing is thing, true or false. But on the basis of a normal human being going to the feds, turn yourself in, and it would not be likely. It would not be likely to just decide to go and turn yourself into the feds because the feds, what if they do have all the things on you? Or what if yourself is really involved in all kind of criminal? Why would you do these things? But then again, that's why they ask the question. Well, Mr. Nantan, if you did nothing wrong, contact the feds and turn yourself in for an interview. Your lawyer friend from the north is heading to Dubai in a few days. Both of you can stop off in Florida, New York, or Houston to have a chat with the feds. Don't forget to bring your toothbrush. Though, do it to protect the image of the money laundering affiliates CBI program. It's one of the reasons why it's shutting down. Guys, what are your thoughts on this whole situation right there? What are your thoughts, man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. But I'm just thinking about the money, man. The money factor, the amount of money that has been spent in election, man. If I do recall properly, $32 million the first time, 60 something, that is about $82 million, and the last time was about 100 and something million. So if that is the case, that's about 200 and something million dollars, no, 180 million or counting, that has been spent on elections. $100 million, $100 million, $150 million can do for Dominica, boy. Develop our schools, bring the right set of equipment into the hospitals that they're making so much boast on. And then they come in and tell the people they don't have money, but during election time they get any money. I mean, if you really care about the people, let's say it's your friend not giving you how much $1 million to the elections. If I know I do elections, I get that money, I would definitely try to put that into something. And I'm going to use all the money just to squander and say giving people because people have... Guys, I probably is a strange individual. Maybe me that strange. Because if it's not my money that day, Makwesa, it's not my money for me. I can't make my money. You a government official, you should know where the money making machines are. If you know where the money making machines are, when you get your salary, you can put your money to invest in these kind of things and grow yourself. Obviously, that would be a logical thing to do, won't it? I mean, the country already pays for everything you do. The Prime Minister talk about gas. You talk about which gas. You don't pay for no gas. Not to my knowledge, the Prime Minister paying for gas. They know this normally is the people that paying for the gas. Even the other ministers, when they come in, they talking about they need to get their reimbursed for the gas that they put in their vehicle because they're government officials. Giving these things out and, you know, look at thing. And the people themselves that really need the money, that need the help, need the funds. Margaret's are flying people to St. Lucia now. Back in the day, man used to fly to Dominica. Or you don't remember that? Back in the day, man used to fly, talk to the elderly folks. Talk to the elderly folks, people in their 40s, in their 50s. Well, not really elderly, but you get the point. Talk to them and you will see if it's lie. How Dominica was back in the day when it comes into the medical field. People used to fly into Dominica. I didn't even know this. When I landed in Les Saints, one of the guys told me he flew into Dominica to have an operation. He told me this. He said, yes, a number of persons in Guadeloupe and other places, not Guadeloupe, but in Les Saints and a number of places across the Caribbean used to fly because they heard great things about Dominica. Used to fly and they did the operation in Dominica back in the day. And I said, would I never know that? But that's the thing that they're banking on. People don't know what happened in the past and thinking that now is better. When a guy tell me that Dominica now is fixed, a guy came, he say he come from Antigua and come and he get a job in Dominica and whatnot, and he say he made it. And he tell me Dominica is fixed and he don't understand why Dominican's not making it. You wicked. But I didn't leave that there. Guys, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Don't forget to check out the latest links I have on the vlog and as well as the aerial shot. Aerial Dominica. The links will be in the first comment in the comment box below, as well as the link for you to download the Mystelics tube app right there. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Guys, be real.